The soundtrack for Doom 2016 was released today on iTunes, Google Play, and Spotify, and the only official announcement of it was a single tweet from the artist responsible, Mick Gordon. It wasn't announced by Bethesda or by id or on the website or the Facebook page or the Twitter account. Despite this, the news has been covered by PC Gamer, GameSpot, Kotaku, and, most prestigiously, HeyPoorPlayer.com, and the Doom Reddit and Tumblr communities pretty much lost their minds over it. But why? Well, in case you're not aware, perhaps because you are id Software, I'd like to take a moment to talk about why the Doom soundtrack is so special, and how it shows the way music in a video game should work. See, one of the things that makes video games unique as a medium is that they combine a lot of other mediums into a single cohesive whole, when done right. A good video game uses visual art, video production, writing, and music all to express some idea or theme. And that idea doesn't have to be particularly deep. For Doom 2016, they lay it all out for you in the opening lines of the game.
They are rage, brutal, without mercy. But you will be worse. Rip and tear, until it is done.
See, Doom 2016 isn't just a first-person shooter. It's a horror game, where you are the horror. Like its classic predecessors, Doom 2016 has one goal, one idea to express, and that's making the player feel as awesome and as powerful as possible. To that end, look at how important music is to the game. Here's a fight scene in Doom without music. And here's that same scene with music. Doesn't it feel better, more powerful, more visceral? And it's not just action scenes. Doom without music sucks. Here's walking in that same area with music. It's tense. It makes you feel like you need to keep moving. It gets your adrenaline pumping. Makes you feel ready to fight. The feeling the game is trying to make you feel, that feeling that you are a badass, a god among monsters, the most powerful creation ever to tear through hell, isn't there without the music. I don't just mean that the music helps get that feeling across. Without the music, that feeling doesn't exist. And it's not like adding just any loud music would have had the same effect. I mean, imagine if that scene played like this. Not as good, right? I mean, now it just seems silly. And that's part of the brilliance of Mick Gordon's composition. It's not all loud. It's not all spectacle without any substance. There's highs and lows. Let's listen to one of my favorite tracks from the game, Flesh and Metal. Hear how it starts building up. It starts almost quiet, and then there's this big hit, which is followed by a sudden drop. And then, a little bit later, another big hit. And while it's doing all this, it's still just building up to another, even bigger hit. And it only stays at this high level for 9 seconds. And so on. It's not just all loud, which is what most games do with their battle themes. Who could forget playing a turn-based RPG and hearing the same battle theme over and over and over? Even if there's a few different fight themes, you get tired of them so easily because it's just the same level of emotion throughout. Doom's music, on the other hand, sounds like a fight. You can practically hear the twisting, turning, dodging, punching. And when you're actually playing the game, that's exactly what you're doing. No matter what part of the game the music happens in, it feels like your personal soundtrack. In a way, Doom, a game about bloodily tearing the heads off of hell beasts, is actually a really good dancing game. What's really smart is that all of this happens fast. All of the variation I described in Flesh and Metal takes place over 30 seconds of a 7-minute song. That's part of why it makes you feel so tense, so ready to go, without resorting to the cheap trick of loud, 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 loud. Within a handful of seconds, a song might jump from being barely audible to blowing out your earbuds. And now, if you'll forgive me, I'd like to take a moment to geek out about a few other composition things that make Doom's soundtrack so great. The deep part of the video's over, now we're just gonna talk about awesome shit. Hey, isn't it crazy how Gordon managed to incorporate so many songs from the original Doom games in such awesome ways? I mean, sure, there's the obvious and more or less obligatory cover of At Doom's Gate, which is awesome, but how about that moment when you realize Olivia Pierce's theme is actually Suspense from the first Doom game? Or the fact that a few songs even sample, and this is my favorite thing in the world, the freaking Doom 3 theme. And how about the fact that Mick Gordon is such a music nerd that the song Cyber Demon is written in such a way that if you look at the audio frequencies in a spectrogram, you can see the numbers 666 and a pentagram. Everything I love about Doom 2016, and make no mistake, I love Doom 2016. In fact, here's a picture of the room I'm currently recording this in. Anyway, everything I love about Doom 2016, its sense of humor, its clever callbacks, the way it makes you feel like a tough-as-nails action hero who can take on anything, it's all right there in the soundtrack. And all of this is to say that the background music of a video game really does matter. It's a huge part of the experience, one game developers need to pay attention to. And done right, like it is in Doom, it can turn a good game into a great one. So if the developers of the game aren't going to sing its praises and give Mick Gordon the attention his work so richly deserves, I will. Well played, sir. Here's hoping we can get a physical release sometime soon. I mean, come on, id. Lisa's soundtrack is getting a physical release, and only about 12 of us even played that game. If you like this video, be sure to check out HeyPoorPlayer.com for reviews, previews, news, all the gaming information you need, and be sure to subscribe. I'm a new video producer for this channel, so you're going to be seeing a lot more stuff from me in the coming weeks. If there's something else you'd like me to talk about or cover, you can say so in the comments. Like I said, I'm a huge fan of the Doom games, so if there's enough demand for it, maybe I'll do more videos on it, or even a Let's Play. And finally, if you haven't already, check out the soundtrack this whole video is about. I'll post links in the description. It's $10 on iTunes and Google Play, or free for streaming on Spotify. Thanks for watching.